So a while back, we used to use the line, the quality of your relationship is the quality of your life. And we still believe that. And that's a little clue about what this episode is going to be about. This is an extra episode of the podcast being released on the spring equinox. And as promised, this is the day that we're going to share with you, let you in on this secret project that we've been working on.
I'm Sienna.
And I'm Toast.
We've been partners in life, love, and music since 2001. And we believe life is best lived as a love story. Your love story.
After all, to love well is to live well. For more, check out siennaandtoast.com. But for now, here's this episode.
Hey everyone, welcome to the extra episode and happy spring equinox to all of you.
Is it weird to have it show up in the feed like
on a Thursday?
What is this? Okay. Well, we did tell you.
Hopefully it's a nice surprise.
Yeah, I hope so. And who knew? Gosh, I mean, because we put this episode on our calendar
weeks ago
for this date.
Yeah.
To announce and share with you. We gave ourselves a deadline of sharing with you about the secret project on this day. But gosh, didn't know it would be, well, all of this coronavirus pandemic was going on.
Right.
Yeah. But we are grateful that it turns out it gives us an extra opportunity just to express our solidarity with you and just to say we're thinking of you. Hopefully you're doing the social distancing thing, taking care of yourself, taking care of your community.
Also, too, we sent out a very special email to our email list yesterday. So I just want to make sure if you would like to be on our list and hear from us every now and then through email, please do sign up. It's just go to our website, siennaandtoast.com, and you'll see the join button.
Mm-hmm. And we always put the link in our show notes. And
that's true.
We are vehement anti-spam people.
Oh, we will not do that.
You know, like how some people you sign up on their lists.
Right.
Okay, anyway. And then you're like bombarded with emails.
I know.
We do the opposite. Anyway.
But hopefully you are social distancing.
Yes.
And taking care of yourself, taking care of your community. And we realize too that there are some of you who still have to show up to work because we need you. People work in hospitals, grocery stores, pharmacies, other essential places.
Mm-hmm. And so special shout out to Charlie. Charlie's a nurse. And so I told them we're going to be thinking of you, praying for you. And same thing even for people who work at...
You told her. She's not a they. Or...
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, they goes either way. So... and Francis. And Nick.
Yep.
People who are really...
They're taking care of our food out there.
Yeah, they're on the front lines.
And making that available to us. So thank you so much. Please take care of yourselves. And we're holding all of you really in so much love, gratitude, and a ton of prayerful protection.
Yes.
All right.
So as you know, we do this podcast to help encourage and to be a voice of solidarity and support for other LGBTQ folks like us.
Yep.
And this episode is really an extension of that. And this whole project is an extension of that.
That's my drums. Is that good?
Drum roll. We'll take it. We're a low budget operation. Okay. So
I like it. Our project is called the 12 Game Changers. So what inspired this project? Well, people are often surprised at how long we've been together. And Toast and I have been together since 2001. So we are coming upon 19 years.
I like to say almost 2 decades. Pretty soon
that'll be soon.
Yeah, pretty soon we'll be able to say 2 decades. Anyway.
Very soon.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Okay.
It is. It's pretty crazy.
All right. So anyway.
And we receive a lot of messages from couples asking us, well, not actually the couple, one person in the couple, asking us for relationship advice. So we thought, hey, let's just harness our experience of being a couple for all these years and create something good for to share.
Let's distill. Like, let's really think about this and not just jot off an answer
Right.
in the moment.
Right.
Let's really take some time. So we actually took a few months now. It took us a few months to do this project. But what we did was we distilled our almost 2 decades of looking back on our relationship and just getting the most effective and pivotal things for our relationship that we feel has helped us to be better, stronger, just healthier in our relationship.
So these are what we feel have been the 12 true game changers for our relationship. So far, I mean, there's still so much for us to learn. I'm sure
We're still using the 12
I'm sure
at various times.
In 20 more years, we'll have 12 more for you.
Or we'll have different layers to the 12. Anyway,
Maybe.
So this whole episode is really to explain to you what this product, what the 12 game changers are, answer as many questions as we would anticipate that you would have about it, and to issue an invitation to any of you who would like to be an early access tester for this product, like a beta tester.
Beta tester.
So
here we go. So the product we have created for you and we're so excited about is called the 12 Game Changers to Reignite Your Relationship.
And what they are simple and practical things that you can do in just everyday life, in a life that has stress and is busy and responsibilities. We tried to pick the things that were the simplest and the most practical that we have personal experience with to just have a stronger, healthier relationship. And each of these game changers that we ended up choosing really was a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been talking about this for months. So we kept referring to it as like, yeah, what's a game changer? What's a game changer? So I would say that each one helped us, just smooth out areas of tension. Just, you know how it is, right? When you're in a real relationship.
Yeah. And you have chosen to grow.
Right.
You're not sticking your head in the sand.
Yeah.
And I think you can have moments of that. Of course, we all have moments of that. But hopefully there are even greater and longer moments where you are willing to pop your head back out of the sand and get to work. So,
and reap the rewards. I mean, it's hard sometimes, but it's worth it. So these are things that, again, help just to smooth out the rough edges, create some awakening moments, and give us really like helpful insight into the dynamics of our relationship.
Right.
And just help us become better partners to each other.
Right.
Overall.
And I want to just say something really quick. I think most of our listeners, most of our regular listeners know that our relationship hasn't always been easy. Okay. But for some people who are new to the podcast, they might not have heard those episodes. But so I'll just say it here that our relationship has not been one that's just smooth sailing. We have had a lot of times where we have thought, I don't think this is working. But ultimately,
what are we going to do? Because I don't know, we can't keep on like this.
I know. And so, but ultimately, both of us do believe in that the journey with your partner is a spiritual journey. It's a personal development journey that you do alongside with your partner. So even though both people have different wounds and are growing in different ways, you commit to growing together and supporting each other on the journey. So because we ultimately believe that, we've worked really hard at our relationship. And so anyways, back to the 12 game changers. These are what we have harvested from all that time together and what we really feel really did change the game for us.
So how this works, how we've set it up, is that for each of the 12 game changers, we've prepared text as well as audio commentary from us. So the text instructions includes how to do it, just very simple, practical, how to do it instructions, why it works, and also what to do even if you're initiating this game changer alone instead of with your partner.
Yeah. And that's a really important point to make.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that later. So that's the text you'll receive for each of the game changers, and for each of them, we have recorded a separate audio commentary with just us talking about our own personal experiences and insights, and whatever guidance and advice that has come to our mind looking back on implementing it and sticking with it and stuff like that. So really, the 12 game changers, we conceive of it as, we want it to be a resource library for you, for your relationship, that you can just go back to through the years as you progress through the years, because it literally did take us 19 years in order to be able to
look back and see what worked and what didn't work.
Exactly. And to speak to it, to speak to what works and reaping the benefits. And we've taken a break from doing some of the game changers. We've come back to them for some of them. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And I think it's really important to say, to talk about the 12 game changers product as something that you can use as a resource to go back to, because if you're like us and you love learning and you learn about all these different tools, then it becomes remembering that you learned that tool.
Yeah.
Because so much of the time it's like, oh yeah, I remember I learned about XYZ, but it's about remembering it in order to implement it, to use it,
right,
to help you, you know? So hopefully the game changers can be that for you.
Yes. Okay. That's what our idea is. Our vision is to have this resource library for you.
Yes. So now, who is this really designed for? Is it for everybody? No, it's not for everybody, but this is designed for you if you're in a monogamous LGBTQ plus relationship, you want to refresh or just reignite your relationship, you feel your relationship could be better, but you just aren't sure what to do. This is designed for you if you're not satisfied with your sex life, perhaps due to just having different levels of sex drives. It's also designed for you if you seem to have the same arguments over and over with your partner. Also, this course is really designed for you if you also understand that the environment that you're in can impact your relationship. That's a real important one. Also, that you understand your attitude and your mindset both impact your relationship. And also, at the end of the day, this is designed for you if you truly just want to make your relationship better.
And that's basically the mindset that Sienna and I had. Right? Monogamous, committed, LGBTQ relationship, and we have felt all those things.
Yeah.
And this is what worked for us. So again, to be clear, this is not for if you're in an open relationship or what I've seen called throuples.
Right.
So
because we can't speak to that.
Yeah,
that's
we don't
not
know
what,
about that.
We just don't know. Yeah.
It's also not for you if you're just looking for a quick, instant fix. And if you're not sure if you're still committed to your relationship, I would say this is also not for you. Because we want you to be committed to your relationship. And if you really believe that your relationship just won't work, if it can't work, if you're just if you already know
that's where your mindset
that you're
is
done,
this is not for you.
This is not going to work for you. Okay, so just to be really clear, it's for monogamous, committed, serious relationships in the LGBTQ family who just want to be healthier in their relationship and have a better relationship, have a better life, contribute to that in our society.
Okay, and guess what? We also include a bonus. It's an audio bonus discussion on sex. So if you are a regular listener and did hear our podcast on the topic of sex, you may remember that we did edit a lot of things out. But this is a whole brand new discussion on sex. We felt freer to be more candid and that is what you'll also get. It's about 30 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
About 30 minutes.
And we just wanted to offer just insight and support for other people who are in committed monogamous relationships and in the LGBTQ plus space.
Yes.
We don't see a lot of that out there. So we wanted to provide that.
Yep.
Okay. And to answer some other questions that you might have, the way that we have set this up to be delivered is all through email. So after it's purchased, we're going to have email links to you. And these links will go to printer-friendly PDFs. It'll go directly to the audio that you can stream online. And these links will be delivered over the course of about 6 weeks. So
I know some people might want it all at once, but truly spacing it out this way is actually a real service because you can really take in each of the audios and
prevents you from being overwhelmed. And that's been our experience.
yes. Oh my God. It's like, I can't do this.
Yeah,
Done.
that's been our experience as taking email courses and those kinds of things.
Okay. So the next thing is you might be thinking like, how long is this going to take me? I don't have time as it is. But we are happy to tell you that the reading portion ranges from about 4 to 10 page per game changer. So just rest assured that there is a span of, that each one is different, basically.
Most of them, we tried to keep it as short as possible. The mantra for this project was as much as necessary,
Right.
but as little as possible.
Yes, yes. And the audios on average are about 10 minutes each. Some of them range from about 6 or 7 minutes, and they go all the way up to about 20 minutes. But on average, about 10 minutes each. And the bonus audio, as we mentioned, is about 30 minutes. Then, after you learn all this stuff, as far as implementing goes, you should be able to do it in about 30 minutes a week.
Again, we went through all of the things that we felt were the biggest game changers. And the way we selected and narrowed it down to 12 is which are the ones that are a combination of the most pivotal as well
And
as
practical.
Yeah, and practical and that you can actually do reasonably. It's not things like take a week-long retreat in Fiji.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? It's like, what can you do in actual real life?
And to integrate in real life.
Yeah, into your habits.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question we anticipate people might have is, if their relationship is really struggling, will this help? And our answer to that is that, it sure has the potential to help. I mean, we have had times where we were really struggling, and these are some of the things that really helped us. But we want to be clear that this is not any replacement for professional help. In other words, therapy or counseling or things like that.
Right.
Okay.
And again, who is this for? This is for committed LGBTQ plus couples who want to build deeper, richer, stronger, and just sweeter relationships. That's who we created this for.
Okay. So you might be listening to us and being like, okay, I'm kind of interested, but you know what?
My partner's not going to want to do it.
Yeah, it's like, good luck getting my partner on board.
Yeah.
So do I need my partner to do this with me?
No,
Okay. No.
you don't.
But let us...
Which I know sounds crazy.
Well, let us
So
clarify
explain.
that. You may have noticed and caught earlier that we specifically said for each of the game changers, we wrote a section called If You're Initiating This Alone. Specifically for... if you want to initiate this alone. And to be honest, for a lot of these game changers, that's how it kind of organically evolved between Sienna and I. For some of them, Sienna was the one, and still is the one, who takes the lead and initiates it, and it is kind of, it's her thing, but it helps our relationship. And for other game changers, it's the opposite. It's like I took the lead and I'm kind of, it's my thing, but it helps our relationship. So organically, that's just how we think, things work out. It's like, they're not all needing you guys both to sign on the dotted line and show up at the same time and do a project together.
And both read it together, listen to it together. Although that's very nice and it's very powerful,
That's not real life.
Yeah, you can still initiate this on your own.
Right.
And something that's important to remember is that at any time when one partner changes the dance changes.
The dynamic changes just when one person does
just
it.
one
Yes.
person. So
And having that realization and working with that reality is really what helped us through the years. And we just really want to be as transparent and honest as possible and let you know that, yeah, we definitely needed help over our past 19 years. And we've had several times where we thought we might break up. You know, we've been through health issues, whether it was one of us or people in our family, financial issues, career changes, loss of jobs, deaths of family members, deaths of pets, you know, just real life.
moving
life.
3 times plus.
Yeah,
actually.
moving to different states, moving to different houses. Yeah, 3 times, like you said. So, you know, just real life, which has its challenges.
Yep.
So that's where we're coming from with all of these game changer things, you know. And we thought, again, hey, we do the podcast with the mission of trying to be of service and help and visibility to the LGBTQ plus community. And how can we make it sustainable? How can we combine being of service and supporting the podcast? And we thought this would be a great way. We want to share with you the insights that we've learned. We want to support you as much as possible and the proceeds from this product will help us to keep this work going. So once again, the 12 game changers to reignite your relationship. It amounts to over 70 pages of text, about 2 hours of audio, or actually 2.5 hours of audio when you include the bonus discussion about sex and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so as excited as we are about this project, it was very fun to put together and to look back at things. And
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but I enjoyed it.
It was so much work. But and as excited as we are sitting here today recording this and unveiling it for those who want to partake in the beta program of this, or beta edition of this, you know, we really want to share that whether it's this product or even in future products, we're never going to hard sell you. We don't feel like we need to try and convince you. Like, you know, there's so much people in the online space today just selling. I don't want to.
And they're good at it.
And they're good at it. I mean, I've bitten many times, you know, but for Toast and I, just who we are just not hard sellers, as I just said, and we just feel that our job is to put it out there, to put the information out there, and you, the listener, will intuitively just feel drawn to it or not. You will feel tugged by it or not. You'll know if it's right for you or not. And that's what we want you to trust. We don't want us like convincing you like this is you know, this is going to help you. This is what you want to get. So we just need to make that clear. And something I will say though, is that whenever I have listened to, say, a product introduction, one of the things that does irritate me is when people don't share the price and you have to jump through 500 different hoops in order to learn the price, or you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And we don't want to do that. That's not who we are. But we do want to give you some background in how we came to the pricing, because we do think that it's important for you to be transparent. And we promise you we will always do our best to do that with you. We do feel like as listeners, you have entrusted us, and we honor that. So when we created the product and we were done with it and we had all the pieces, we took it to a very trusted friend of ours who is very successful in the personal growth space, and for the 12 game changers, she had recommended a price of between $195 all the way up to $295. But we decided that we want to offer it to you for $159.
That's what felt right.
That's what felt right to us. But for the early access beta testers, because it's in beta mode, we do want to give it to you at a lower price of just $49. Okay, so the regular price for the product will be $159. For the beta testers, it's $49.
And the reason for that obviously is, yes, this is the first incarnation of the product. It's in beta. We will provide this beta testers, whoever you may be, with any subsequent updates that result from your feedback. And we are asking beta testers to provide us feedback.
Right.
That's
we want to know, like,
yeah, that's part of the deal in the exchange,
right,
is like, hey, can you guys,
and
whoever
that's what
you
beta,
are,
that's kind of what beta,
right? Can you guys provide us feedback? Can you provide testimonials? And can you be part of the first class,
right,
for this,
prior to the official launch,
right? In exchange for a lower price.
Yeah. You know, something else I want to share is that for those of us who do have finances in our growth wheelhouse, like this is an area for growth that has been one of the areas for Toast and I to grow.
Yes.
You know, Toast and I, we joke on the podcast that, you know, Toast is the geek in our family, but I am a geek too. And I'm sure you know that. I mean, I'm sure you know that. Anyways, we both absolutely love learning. I'm thinking that we do have some listeners out there who maybe have not really explored the online personal growth digital product field. And maybe the 159 was a little bit hard to hear. But I just want you folks to know that for Toast and I, we understand. We absolutely understand. You know, at this point now where we're at, we've honestly spent 22 times that amount on some of our online courses that we have taken. Again, we love being students. We love learning and then bringing to all of you what we've learned. But I will share with you that the very first time we decided to invest in ourselves with an online course, it was $449. And at the time for us, we were like, oh, like it was a huge leap for us. And I got to say that we're so grateful, though, for that time, because part of paying that much for us was really like, well, we better do this course. We
better get our money's worth.
Yes,
basically.
we spent money on this. Yeah. So I just share that because if you're having a hard time with the price, we understand. We totally understand. And I think, too, something that's important to share is that, you know, with the online space being so full, there are so many free resources out there. And by all means, let's all use them.
Right.
You know, thank you. You know, so let's all use them, you know, and again, as we shared what these game changers are, you'll know if this is for you, you know, but I also believe that, myself included, that a lot of times we expect things for free.
As a society, collectively, we have totally been trained to expect whatever's online to be free. Like when you click on for a news story, and it's like, oh, there's a paywall. You have to be a subscriber in order to see it. It's what?
And I know I expect my apps to be free, right? And then
even though it costs so much money to develop an app. Yeah.
So anyways, we understand it can be a little tricky for some of us.
Although, okay, sorry, I have to have my political geek come out.
Okay.
Come out of the hole in the wall just to raise some awareness about the fact that even though things have been free thus far for most things.
Yeah.
For example, Facebook. If you want to create a Facebook account, that's free.
Yes.
You're not paying money, but you're paying by giving up your privacy.
Right.
So
Okay,
That's
thank
a
you.
whole
Okay.
shift in the economic world that our whole society is dealing with. But I just wanted to, shine awareness on that. It's very
Yes.
important for all of us to understand.
Yes. So just
I'll
going
go back into my hole in the wall.
So I just also want to say, and then I'll end on this note in terms of just pricing. As we mentioned, well, I don't think I mentioned this. You're
going to have to mention it.
I got distracted by your Facebook comment.
sorry.
Okay, so so despite the price and despite this conversation on how things are priced and whatnot, and the 159 and the 49 beta price, here's the thing. Toast and I also want to be able to give this to people who truly do not feel they can afford it. So if you honestly feel like you're in that group, like, I can't afford the 49, I can't afford the 159 when we do have the non-beta product out there, just email us. We will work with you. Mm-hmm. And we just want the people who truly want this product to be able to have it and not have price be the full deterrent to it.
Yeah. We just want to support healthy relationships and the
and your growth.
LGBTQ plus
Yes,
community.
absolutely.
We believe in you. We believe in the profound decency and in our community.
Yeah.
Right? So if you would like to be an early access beta tester for us, we are so grateful. Just email us. Our email is info@siennaandtoast.com. Okay, email us, put Game Changers in the subject line, and just say, hey, I'm interested. Mm-hmm. And just let us know you're interested, and we will be in touch privately with you in email with more details. Just email us by April 9th.
Yeah.
And we'll take it from there. And
All
we're going to
right.
make relationships in the LGBTQ plus community healthier for our generation and for generations to come.
All right. Thank you folks so much for listening. Stay safe. Take care of each other. Be well. And until next time, this is Sienna.
And this is Toast, reminding you, as always, to live your love story.